woman who was rescued in her refrigerator, as well as the governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, talking about the unprecedented rain. Jim Ryan is down there. Jim, set the scene for us.
Yeah, McGraw, the rain has finally stopped. That's the good news. The bad news is that the water has not yet receded in all parts of the state. Down in Houston specifically, they're still dealing with flooded bayous, flooded roadways, and rivers and creeks, and that's going to be that way for at least another day or so. Just in time for more rain expected, perhaps sometime tomorrow night and then into Thursday. So, just when it starts to dry out a bit, more rain comes along. At least 5 people have died in the flooding we've had here in the last 48 hours or so, McGraw.
Yeah, so we're all too familiar up here with how bad it is. Have those rivers crested yet, or is it going to get worse before this new rain comes?
Well, it may get worse because a lot of the lakes are near their banks as well, and if that happens, if they get too close, then the Corps of Engineers will start to open some of the floodgates, and that's going to cause problems downstream, of course, with more river flooding. So. Even if they do begin to recede somewhat, they may rise up even though the skies are sunny and blue.
I've heard that the interstate I-10 is underwater as well.
It is, at least one section of it out to the east of Houston and headed toward Louisiana. That one section of it was completely flooded out. It gets that way because you're talking about an area that's at about sea level down there along the coast, and it's surrounded by these swampy areas. I mean, Houston's nickname is the Bayou City, and it's living up to it now.
We're hearing Houston, as you're mentioning, but are there any other cities and towns along the way that have experienced flooding?
Yep, Parker County, just west of Tarrant County, where Fort Worth is, they've had their share of flooding. The Brazos River, which runs north-south, runs south through Parker County, has flooded, and those communities right alongside the river. People love living there. It's a beautiful area. But when this river does rise up, then people are forced to move out, and evacuations have been ordered for that section of the state as well.
I'm here. Do we have any numbers as to how many inches have fallen so far?
Get this in Harris County, northwest Harris County near Houston. 17.6 inches of rain fell in the last 36 hours, about 1.5 feet. And most of it fell within just under 12 hours. That's what accounts for so much of the flooding in that area. The airport at Houston recorded 9.92 inches. That's the wettest April day ever in Houston, second wettest day of any month.
That is, we're talking unprecedented rains. We heard about the deaths. What about the rescues? How many rescues are they doing? Do we have any idea?
Hundreds of rescues have been going on. Fire departments, large and small, and you may have seen one TV reporter at the ABC affiliate down in Houston helping a man to safety, wading into waist-deep water as this guy was struggling after he got out of his car. So that notable rescue was going on. But it's not just people. You may have also seen video of horses that were trapped in floodwaters, pastures that had become rivers, and the horses just trying to swim and keep their heads above water. So it's more than people, it's also animals that are in danger.
In terms of future rain, how bad are the forecasts for the next couple of days?
Well, it's at least a chance for some rain tomorrow night, and it won't take much, to drive these floodwaters back up again. So I don't think it's going to be as bad as it was or as long-lasting as it was over the weekend, but again, it won't take a lot just to make a bad situation even worse, McGraw.
Yeah, Jim Ryan on the ground in Texas talking about unprecedented levels of rain, 17 inches in parts. Jim Ryan, be safe. Thanks for checking in.
Thanks, McGraw.
6:55, Big 550 KTR.